where this is hell, and you're watching RAMzine, zine.co.uk.
RAMzine.co.uk here at Hevy Fest 2012, and I'm now joined by This Is Hell. How are you guys doing? You okay?
Very good.
Good.
On the Red Bull train.
On the Red Bull train.
Always.
So you're going to be on maybe on the beer train later, or the cider train, or
Not me.
Two dudes will be for sure.
They'll be on the everything weird train.
Yeah.
everything weird.
Everything weird.
What does everything weird include? Stuff you can't talk about? Or?
What doesn't it include?
Yeah.
I mean,
marijuana and alcohol.
We're at a festival with free beer and then crazy people sitting in tents.
That's
So
true.
I mean, you know, anything like that. There's an Indian tent over there, so I'm sure there's some peyote somewhere.
Indian teepee over there, over that way. Yeah,
Wigwam.
That's it.
Wigwam.
Wigwam. That's it. Are you guys Hevy Fest rookies? Have you played here before? Or,
Not heavy, no.
Not heavy. Have you played any UK festivals before?
Yeah, we played Reading and Leeds in 2010.
Wow, okay.
Festival-wise, I think that's it. We've been to the UK like 10 times, but we've never played festivals.
Maybe not festival-wise,
Yeah.
but I suppose you guys have played all around London and the South. And
Yeah.
Brilliant, okay. What are you expecting from this year's festival? Are you sharing the stage with anybody that you're particularly proud of, that you're sharing the same stage with?
Yeah, for sure.
It's always a pleasure to play with Glassjaw. They're from the same area as us, you know. Municipal Waste, we like a lot. I know our drummer and bass player are like big Meshuggah nerds, so they're really excited to see them play. And if we can't locate a power adapter, we might actually play, so we'll see how that turns out.
Having trouble with some equipment at the moment.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm sure it won't hinder the performance later. I'm sure it'll all get sorted out.
It won't hinder it because it won't happen.
If I can't turn some power on, I don't know
maybe
what I'm
Calvin can help us out.
I like that guy, man.
What do you guys think of the current kind of state of maybe the US hardcore scene or UK scene? Is there much of an amalgamation? Do they join together? Is there any kind of
I think, well, I don't want to, I feel like I'm speaking poorly about England if I say it, but I feel like, I don't know, I feel like England is very influenced by American hardcore, you know, like you come and you see things where you're like, oh, that like reminds me of this, you know? It's just hardcore in general has a very follow the leader mentality, and kind of like whoever is the, you know, what's the word I'm looking for? The tastemaker, you know, everyone kind of just falls in line and kind of follows suit, you know?
Modern hardcore has become very follow the leader, which is such a bummer on many levels, you know. First and foremost is being hardcore, we should know better. That, you know, follow the leader shouldn't exist. You know, you should always be your own leader, you know. Like what you like, wear what you want to wear, play what you want to play, act how you want to act, you know. Don't be. It's
not following rules, but everybody's kind of turned it on its head, and it is following trends.
Exactly. And
That's the opposite of what it was meant to be.
That's a bummer, you know, and we kind of see that everywhere, you know. So, I mean, that's not a concrete statement. It's just, you know, it's a thing. It's a broad generalization. I don't like taking broad generalizations, but it is a trend that we've noticed.
With 8 years, probably non-stop touring and 3 album releases, do you find 4 album releases? We'll cut that.
Redo it. With 4 album releases.
With 4 album releases and 8 years of playing to crowds, do you guys find it so rewarding to get up on stage and hear people maybe shouting your tunes and, you know, being all about what you're doing?
With each album, it starts again too, where instead of like, oh man, like only X amount of people know our stuff, that sucks, it turns into like, you know, we played Resurrection Fest the other night in Spain, and we were playing a newer song, and there was like 5 or 6 kids who knew the song, and we see them mouthing along. It's like, that's awesome. Where it's like, you know, that might not be a big deal to some people, 5 or 6 people knowing a song. Some bands might not think that's a big deal, but to me that's still a big deal, especially because the album's relatively new. So you know, I like to not ever try to expect like, oh, we deserve this, or, you know, we should have this. You know, it's always like, who are we? You know what I mean? So
if you can be on stage and someone at the front, maybe it's a song that you've had out for 2 days or something, knows that song off by heart, and you can see it, that's got to be a proud moment as well.
If that happens and the song's been out for 6 years, that's still really, really cool. So for
those who have yet to see you live, what can we expect from a This Is Hell show? Because people know you on the internet, and maybe people don't know you necessarily live. What can we expect from a This Is Hell show that's going to blow people away?
Lots of energy. You know, I think that might be our thing. You know, we're probably gonna play faster than any band tonight, except for maybe Municipal Waste, but we might give them a run for their money. It's gonna be fast, loud, and like I said, tons of energy. And hopefully the crowd will have the same energy we have. And if they don't, I'm gonna call them posers.
I know how that goes.
Because I mean, we're here for energy, not to stand around and pose. So let's do it.
It's the hardcore way. You don't want to just stand on and pose and be a sheep, you know what I mean? This is hell. Thank you very much for joining us.
No doubt.
Today.
Thank you.
Enjoy your performance later and enjoy the rest of the festival.
Thanks, you guys enjoy it. I hope.